This was from Tulsi Gabbard less than 90 days ago. According to Murray here, who claims truth is treason in an empire of lies. But as I've said before, what good is the truth if everyone believes the lie? And as always, I will continue to do my part to help inform and educate, provide clarity in a world of online characters in search of internet fame and riches. So, in this context, assess means to evaluate or analyze the available intelligence and evidence to form a judgment or conclusion about whether Iran is building a nuclear weapon and whether Supreme Leader Khomeini has authorized a nuclear weapons program. But thank you, Doctor, for stirring that pot there. And it has become abundantly clear that a lot of folks were never really MAGA, just only MAGA when it suited them. My mom says it best. President Trump never worried about getting credit for man. God alone exalts. Keep delivering on what you ran on. Yes. And under the bus you go, Tulsi Gabbard. Another clown with an account on X and the inability to resist the urge of jumping on left-wing bandwagons posts this one here saying, first Tulsi and now Tucker. This in reaction to a soundbite from President Trump on board Air Force One yesterday on his return flight from the G7 summit.
Mr. President, you've always said that you don't believe Iran should be able to have a nuclear weapon, but how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
Last week, it was shit on Trump because Elon Musk and him were fighting and their bromance had fallen apart. And I think they even tried to sprinkle in a little bit of Pete Hegseth in there too with the funding for the military parade. And this week, they volunteered Tulsi Gabbard as tribute, and I can only imagine next week who it will be. Maybe it's just a rotation, so either we'll see Pam Bondi or Kash Patel back up at the plate or Scott Bassett. It doesn't really matter to me, but it should matter to you. Because the former Fox News host Tucker Carlson calls the network propaganda used to manipulate elderly people. And sadly, this is true. Candace Owens is getting pushed by the algorithm because her bitterness for evil white man is coming out again and egging on the idea of how Trump is now mocking Tucker for not being on TV. Quoting, I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it so that people listen, is what he says. And Candace says that Trump is completely out of touch and ironic given the fact that podcasters won Trump the election. No, Candace. America won Trump the election. America voted for Donald Trump. Don't get it twisted. Podcasters don't automatically get a rite of passage to be critical and criticize Trump anytime that they want, just because they feel like it, or worse, they're paid to do so. So you can fuck all the way off, ma'am, with all due respect, of course. And I can really resonate with these posts here. Fuck Tucker Carlson, fuck Dave Smith, fuck Candace Owens, make America and the Middle East great again. And some of these conservative influencers like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, and Alex Jones are nice and all, but they're not Donald Trump. And they need to be reminded of that. Nothing's going to separate Trump from his base, especially not them. We're not going anywhere. Or better yet, this one here, and from Dom Lucre of all people. I love Tucker Carlson, but I find it funny how everyone's so quick to forget how he turned on Trump when he needed him most less than 4 years ago. And if Trump says you're kooky, you're kooky. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, and every other conservative mouthpiece who all gained fame and recognition through the MAGA movement all forgot the most important thing. The MAGA movement is about the Trump presidency. It's about giving loyalty to a man who has had our back since day one, since the day he announced. Trump made many promises and is probably the only president who has kept them. He kept his word and his support continued to grow, and he vowed to put America first. He vowed to put the people first. He vowed to unite a broken country. The MAGA movement not only grew in size and popularity, but it grew in strength. Many influencers and TV personalities decided to climb on board. They all wanted to piggyback off of our movement and grow in popularity. Candace Owens was nothing before President Trump. Tucker gained a second career after being fired from Fox because of Donald Trump. Alex Jones' popularity exploded once he latched on to Trump. You can even say Kanye West grew in popularity, reaching a new base because of Trump. And it was all Trump all the time. Candace went on to become a star. I once thought that she was the future of our party, and Tucker was reaching record numbers of people once he joined the movement and was being aired by X, which helped him launch his own show. Even Alex Jones, his popularity catapulted since joining the movement. Their voices were loud and proud, and their popularity hit all-time highs, all because of Trump and MAGA. And somebody should remind them, their newfound power not only has gone to their head, but they now think that they know better. These ungrateful fucks that piggyback their way to stardom all forgot the most important fact. They're here where they are, all because of Trump. Yes, Tucker was big, but he was kicked to the curb and yes, saved by MAGA. They all got behind Trump for president, but once their stars shined bright, all got amnesia and forgot who the president was and why we are here. We are here for Trump and the resurrection of the United States, our America. We're not here for their egos. Their egos grew bigger than our movement, and now it's brought them to this place. They can choose to turn their back on the man that they owe a lot to, or they can remember what brought them to the highlights of their careers. Honestly, I don't even know if they're welcome anymore. You see, we are MAGA. We've been with Trump from the beginning. We grew stronger because of Trump's leadership, and we've been with him from the beginning and will be there until the end. I understand that they may have different views on their politics, which is fine, but never turn your back on your own. You stay loyal to the cause, not only when it's convenient to you. And this is all about Trump and his presidency. You're welcome with open arms to be a part of the solution, but we'll be damned if you think we're going to start bad-mouthing our leader, a man who had his family scrutinized for us, a man who was constantly arrested for sport, a man who was almost assassinated twice that we know of, a man who has constantly been stabbed in the back by his own party, a man who is also a multi-billionaire and needed none of this. He did it for the life of our country. He did it for the love of us. He vowed to make America great again despite all the obstacles, and that's where my loyalty lies. That's where my love lies, with the man who's fighting for us. Don't listen to the bullshit media or the same old broken dim lies. MAGA is stronger than ever. We are united and we don't run. We are the red, white, and blue. These colors don't run. We are MAGA, and we don't let anyone fuck with our leader, and we don't let anyone fuck with us. We fight. Got it? Now let's fucking go. We have plenty of work to do here, folks. Just my 2 cents. Wow. I couldn't have said that any better myself. But Tucker Carlson says that if President Trump gets the U.S. involved in Iran, it would precipitate the downfall of the American empire and effectively end his presidency. Tucker chats it up with Steve Bannon and says, we're living in a post-coup country. Every national official since 1963 knows it. They took out a president, and whoever did it was so powerful, we still can't get the full story. Everyone involved is dead, and we still can't know. That's not democracy. But look, let's be real. And as always, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Tucker is a great speaker and obviously performed very well on Fox News every week while he was there to bring in millions of views. But he isn't the president, and if he wants to be, then he should throw his hat in the ring. Otherwise, sit down and shut up. Perhaps one of the reasons why he would never attempt a political run is because of some of the skeletons hanging in a very dark closet somewhere. For example, can you explain to me, why did Tucker Carlson ask Hunter Biden to write a letter of recommendation for his son to get into Georgetown? I mean, this is the same son who is now working in the Trump administration for J.D. Vance, by the way. As Tucker tries to tell Trump that he has abandoned America first, I don't know, nepotism much? They're all the same folks. And don't you ever forget that. But I don't know. Are you still a fan of Tucker Carlson? Do you still support Tucker Carlson after his criticism of Trump and Iran? I mean, apparently Donald Trump is officially done with Tucker Carlson. Laura Loomer says, don't take money from Arabs and become blinded by irrational hatred for Jews and Israelis like Tucker Carlson did. Tucker's whole reputation just imploded because he decided to sell out the shady Arabs who bought his mouth. And I would be willing to bet that your opinion of Candace Owens has zero bearing on how you live your lives at all. And her claim that Donald Trump just completely fractured his base and saying he did it for the very neocons who minted the hashtag Never Trump movement, quote, truly unbelievable? Yeah, hardly. And much like every other booger they tried to flick on President Trump, just give it time, folks. Watch, wait, and see as these fucking haters eat crow. But just don't expect an apology or even a clarification or any form of response. They'll disappear again and just lie in wait for the next opportunity for social media virality that can boost their bank accounts even more. I wish these folks would just leave Trump alone. Leave Tulsi alone. Let them do what we elected them to do and quit trying to micromanage them from your iPhones and tablets. And at the bottom, the very bottom of my list is Scott Ritter with this post here. Donald Trump just said he doesn't care what Tulsi Gabbard said regarding Iran's nuclear capabilities and intent when she recently briefed Congress. Donald Trump is 100% controlled by the Zionists. Tulsi Gabbard needs to resign and speak out against this war. She did her duty and told the truth. Now she needs to complete her responsibility to the American people by speaking out against a war with Iran and the role being played by Israel in selling this war to the president. Bro, with all due respect, shut up. Man, I hope Stephen Gardner doesn't bring him back on talking all this nonsense. And I wonder who's paying Scott to say these things. And speaking of getting paid, if you want to start a YouTube channel and begin earning income and revenue, just fucking do it. And I really hope that Albert Litz starts his and tells his story soon, because we need more honest folks like him sharing truth, especially for our seniors. And I want to highlight another comment, this one from Michelle Marshall, that says she called Chapter yesterday and is happy to report she will be saving $1,656 annually. And that's incredible. And I'm so happy to hear that she made the call and got such wonderful news. If you're on Medicare and want a free, no cost, no pressure, personally guided by licensed experts, help with your Medicare plan, and most importantly, money savings options, then call Chapter right now at 270-467-2426. Pick up the phone and dial 270-467-2426 before it's too late. The phone number is 270-467-2426. And tell them Kevin sent you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.